Today I fucked up by joking that I could be a serial killer. I have been seeing a girl for the past 2 weeks. I'm 25, and she's 32. We met through mutual friends and it was clear straight away how well we clicked. We have similar worldviews and are both slightly introverted. While I think we are both quite mature, we have a great energy and have lots of fun in each other's company. It is clear we are both quite selective about who we let into our lives. Since we met, I have taken her for 3 nice meals, enjoyed getting to know her, and done my best to be compassionate and tick all the right boxes to ensure she is happy with me. Cut to last night. We had been for a nice stroll through a park and ended up back at hers. We watched the new Black Mirror series on her sofa, specifically Lock Henry, the serial killer episode. We both really enjoyed it. Shortly after the EP finished, the food I had ordered us arrived. I collected the plates and brought her a drink over, insisting she stay comfy, let me take care of everything. I like being doting to potential partners. I handed her the food and she gives me quite an appreciative stare smile. The look that says "where have you been all my life" or something like that. She tells me I'm lovely and she's so grateful to have met me. I should have taken the compliment and continued eating. I did not. Thinking it would be a funny joke, I took the conversation down the route of what if I'm a serial killer? Somewhat charismatic, somewhat of an isolated longer, as you may have noticed. What if all of this has been a rouse to get you alone? Or words to that effect. I have no idea what I was thinking. I think I briefly forgot how new we were to each other. My older friends would have known this is just my sense of humor, or predictable thought experiment. She went coldly quiet. But that did not stop me. I began talking about Ted Bundy as I tucked into my food. Joking about how we have similar personality traits. I never even thought to look up at her reaction as I waffled on. When I finally looked up, it was clear I had killed the entire mood of the day. She looked genuinely unsettled and previously stated her downstairs neighbor was away, so probably felt truly isolated with me. Let's just say that there was no further intimacy for the rest of the evening. I went home alone and her text replies have been short and blunt since. Me and my big mouth. TLDR, I joked to a new potential partner that I could be luring them into some kind of serial killer trap and decimated any previous progress I had made with her. Second-hand embarrassment is one of my favorite things. Pretending to be a serial killer is definitely a bad idea. Nice today I fucked up, you got there. Think it will help establish plausible deniability. What are the odds that there are 2 in the same room? The food I had ordered us arrived. This reminds me of the Seinfeld episode where George's girlfriend handed Elaine the salad, but George had to make sure Elaine knew that he was the one that paid for the salad. One of the early jokes my wife and I had in our relationship was similar. Early on she asked how she could be sure I wasn't a serial killer. I just replied, how can I be sure you aren't? I haven't found any bodies yet and neither has she. Have you tried telling her you effed up, also known as apologizing? If the chemistry was so good before this, you're probably still in redeemable territory if you act fast. Insert meme of guy shoving stick in his own bike spokes. Yeesh buddy. GIF Giphy XP locked HQW9G. We are both quite mature. Let me stop you right there, Sonny. Dude actually said he shares personality traits with Ted Bundy. God damn, this is some cringy ass shit. Reminds me of that video of the dork who thinks he laughs like the Joker and repeatedly tries to impress his date by laughing like him. And done my best to be compassionate and tick all the right boxes to ensure she is happy with me. Dude, you sound like a serial killer. It's truly a terrible idea to start babbling about murder and rape when you're alone with a woman. This isn't about how she misunderstood your humor, this just shows you have a hard time understanding how the world is like for women. Done my best to be compassionate and tick all the right boxes to ensure she is happy with me. This is the part where I started questioning if you were one ha. Yeah, women don't generally find jokes about taking advantage of them as funny. Cringe. You know, sometimes I feel like I'm a complete moron, then I get these nice reminders I'm at least not bottom of the list lol. Can I just add, in addition to the other comments, that you repeatedly say throughout your post how you're trying to make a good impression and how you want to dote on a potential partner. As a woman, this came off a little odd to me. I would prefer to be treated with, hopefully, the same level of respect you give to anyone you have a good relationship with. The doting and chivalrous nature of your interactions might have added to her unsettled feelings. Or maybe you just wrote the post oddly and you were just being a normal dude who likes someone. Yeah, the problem is, serial killers make those jokes too. And maybe making the joke makes the other person realize how little they really know you and how easily they let their guard down. It is a funny joke, but I can absolutely see how it's scary too, faced with tears of joy. That would be the scariest shit I've ever heard and would immediately nope it on home. And look over my shoulder for the rest of my life. That big mouth will come in handy when the cops are inquiring the whereabouts of her shallow grave. You're not a serial killer obviously, but reading this makes me think you're either a psychopath or sociopath. That second paragraph sets so many alarm bells off. And the rest, Jesus. Your description of what happened is twisted and not accurate. I would love to hear her side of the story because I guarantee you were a lot more cringe than you let on. You have similar traits to Ted Bundy. That's not funny or charismatic in any way, that's pure childish ignorance. That girl dodged a fuckskin cannonball. FBI, we will watch your career with great interest. Since we met, I have taken her for 3 nice meals, enjoyed getting to know her, and done my best to be compassionate and tick all the right boxes to ensure she is happy with me. Maybe don't try to tick the right boxes. Most people can tell when someone is performing. She might have already felt like you weren't being 100% authentic, and that combined with the joke may have made her feel unsafe. All I could think while reading this is, what the fuck is wrong with you? Even if you're not a serial killer, that's a lot of 4chan energy right there. One of my biggest fear as a woman dating new partners is being murdered by them. So yeah, not a good joke to make. If they make the joke first and you respond in kind, great, compatible sense of humor. If you make the joke, they respond poorly, and then you continue to labor how similar you are to a real rapist murderer, then I think you probably deserved her losing interest. I find this sort of joke funny, but you took it way too far and didn't read the room. I would have probably reacted the same if I was alone with someone who said I'm so alike to this person who raped and murdered dozens of women. This is what you do: text her and tell her that you've realized your thought experiment went too far. Apologize for your actions and acknowledge her discomfort. Do not make excuses. Do not use the word but. Tell her you will refrain from contacting her to avoid continuing her discomfort. Do not write a novel. Then actually leave her alone. If you click like you say you did, she might just shake off the weirdness in a couple days and contact you. Piece of advice is to mention on the first or second date what your sense of humor is, as I tease and I'm sarcastic, and that can also go badly if misinterpreted. My best ever Tinder profile was looking for a man in his 50s who pretends to be a young, attractive woman online so they can lure people to their apartment to drug them, kill them, and dispose of their body parts in the drains. It got me my fiancé. One woman did match with me just to tell me off about being tasteless, but it was a good filter too, made sure they were in a similar mindset to me, and also it put me as the victim so it's not terrible.